There was a time, long ago, when there existed a forest so vast, so green, and so alive, that it felt as if nature itself whispered in every leaf and breeze. Asterisk in that forest lived many creatures, some proud, some peaceful, some wise, and some wild. Asterisk, but among all of them, there was one who always sat alone, a lonely crow. Asterisk. The crow had no one, no family, no friends, no one who truly cared for him. Every morning, he woke up with the same dull feeling inside, as if the world didn't need him. Asterisk, he flew from one tree to another, observing others, the parrots chatting joyfully, the sparrows building nests together, and the peacocks dancing in pride. Asterisk, and each time he saw them, his heart sank a little more. Asterisk, he thought to himself. Asterisk, why am I the only one cursed with this dark life? Asterisk, why did God make me black when everyone else shines with colors? Asterisk, why do people throw stones at me while they admire other birds? The more he thought, the heavier his heart became. He was free to fly wherever he wanted. But his heart was chained with sadness. Asterisk one dark, cloudy afternoon as the wind whispered through the trees. The crow sat silently on a branch. His eyes were wet. His wings hung low. Asterisk, he didn't make a sound. But the pain in his chest was screaming. Asterisk, a single tear rolled down from his small black eye and fell straight to the ground below. Asterisk, and beneath that very tree sat a wise old monk. Asterisk, he had been meditating in silence for hours, his mind calm like a still lake. Asterisk, but when the drop of the crow's tear landed softly on his forehead, he slowly opened his eyes. The monk looked up with a gentle smile and said softly, "Little crow, why are you weeping?" Asterisk, the crow's beak trembled. His voice cracked with emotion. Asterisk, oh, wise one, I am tired of this life. Nobody loves me. Everyone hates me. Asterisk, people throw stones at me, chase me away. Call me unlucky. No one ever offers me food or a kind word. Every day feels like a punishment. Asterisk. The monk's eyes filled with compassion. He closed his eyes for a moment, breathed deeply, and said, Asterisk, my dear crow, life is not always fair. It is not always perfect. But it is a gift. Asterisk, you see, happiness is not about being someone else. It is about being at peace with who you are. But the crow shook his head in disbelief. Peace. How can there be peace in this dark, ugly life? Look at me. Look at the others. Asterisk, if only I could be like them. Beautiful, colorful, admired. Then maybe, just maybe, I could be happy. The monk smiled again, this time more knowingly. So you wish to be someone else? Asterisk, yes, said the crow quickly. Anyone but me. The monk slowly stood up, his old wooden staff glowing faintly in the evening light. Very well, little one. I have a sacred mantra with its power. You may become another bird. Asterisk, but before I do that, go find a swan. Ask him if he is truly happy. Asterisk, then return to me and tell me what he says. The crow blinked in surprise. A swan. But everyone knows swans are the most beautiful. Surely he is happy. The monk simply smiled, his eyes filled with quiet wisdom. Go and see for yourself. Asterisk. And so, the crow spread his wings and flew off, his heart suddenly filled with excitement. Asterisk, he could not wait to meet the swan, this symbol of grace, purity, and beauty. Asterisk, he imagined how wonderful it would be to have white feathers, to glide over lakes, admired by everyone. Asterisk, after a long journey, he reached a calm, crystal clear lake surrounded by flowers. Asterisk, there, in the middle of the lake, floated the most magnificent bird he had ever seen. Asterisk, the swan, white as snow, glowing in the sunlight. The crow's eyes widened in awe. He flew close and said respectfully, Asterisk, O swan, you are so beautiful, so elegant, and so admired by everyone. Asterisk, surely, you must be the happiest bird in the world. Asterisk, the swan lifted his graceful neck, looked at the crow and gave a sad smile. Asterisk, you think I am happy? My friend, You see beauty in me, but I do not. Asterisk, I have no colors, only white. I live in a world full of colors, but I have none of them. Asterisk, to others, I may look perfect, but inside I feel plain, incomplete. The crow was shocked. But you are loved by everyone. The swan sighed. Love. Admiration. These are not always happiness, little one. I often wish I had the colors of the parrot, bright, joyful, full of life. Yes, the parrot must be the happiest bird in the world. The crow blinked again. The parrot. Maybe you're right. Asterisk, he thanked the swan and flew away. Still confused, he had believed beauty brought happiness, but now he wasn't sure. Maybe colors did. Maybe popularity did. He had to find the parrot and ask for himself. After hours of flight, the crow reached a small village, asterisk there. On a wooden perch outside a house sat a parrot, green, yellow, and red feathers shining like jewels. The crow landed beside him and said, "Oh, parrot, you are so colorful and charming. Asterisk, everyone adores you, keeps you close, listens to your sweet voice. Asterisk, surely. You are the happiest bird in the world." The parrot turned his head, looked at the crow, and sighed. "You think I am happy? My feathers may be colorful, but my life is dull. I live trapped inside this cage. People admire me, yes, but they never let me fly. Asterisk, I spend every day dreaming of the open skies, wishing I could be free, like you." The crow was speechless. Free like me. The parrot nodded slowly. "Yes, little crow, you are free to fly wherever you wish. Asterisk, I would give all my colors just to have your freedom." Asterisk, the crow stared at the parrot for a long time. Asterisk, he had never thought his dark wings carried a gift greater than beauty, freedom, asterisk, but still, his heart wasn't convinced. Asterisk, maybe the parrot was mistaken. Maybe the most beautiful bird of all, the peacock, was the happiest. Asterisk, so once again, the crow took off into the sky, determined to find the truth. Asterisk, he flew for miles across rivers and cities, until he reached a grand zoo. And there he saw it, the peacock. Hundreds of people surrounded its cage, cheering, clapping, taking pictures as the peacock opened its feathers wide. A stunning explosion of blue and gold. The crow was mesmerized. This is it, he thought. This bird must be living the dream. Everyone loves him. Everyone admires him. He waited until the crowd left, then flew close to the cage and whispered, "Oh, peacock, you are truly magnificent. People travel long distances just to see you dance. Surely, you must be the happiest bird in the world." Asterisk, the peacock looked up, his eyes full of sorrow. "I used to think so too," he said softly, "but I am not happy. Because of my beauty, I live trapped in this cage. Humans pull out my feathers for decoration. I cannot fly freely like you." The crow's heart stopped. "What did you say?" The peacock nodded. "Yes, little crow. I have seen many birds come and go, asterisk, but there's one bird I have never seen in a cage. You?" The crow froze in silence. The truth hit him like lightning. Asterisk, the peacock, admired by the world, longed for his life. The crow suddenly realized what he had been blind to all along. All this time, he had been free to fly wherever he wished, free to sing whenever he wanted, free to live by his own sky. And yet he had spent that freedom comparing himself to others, as he looked at the peacock trapped behind bars. The crow's eyes filled again, but this time with gratitude. The crow stood there in silence, watching the peacock's beautiful feathers shimmer behind the cold iron bars. Asterisk, for the first time, he saw something he had never noticed before, the sadness behind beauty. Asterisk. The people who admired the peacock could not see his pain. Asterisk, they only saw the colors, not the cage. They saw the dance, not the loneliness. And in that moment, the crow realized something powerful. Asterisk, he whispered softly. So even the most admired bird in the world, Wants to be free like me? The peacock nodded slowly. Yes, little one. People think I am lucky, but they do not see what I lost. Asterisk you. You are the luckiest bird I know. You can fly under the open sky. You can feel the wind, touch the clouds, sing your own song. Asterisk, you are not trapped by admiration, nor by expectations. You are free. The crow's chest tightened. For the first time in his life, he didn't feel jealous, he felt thankful. As he spread his wings again, the air felt different, lighter, freer. Warmer. Asterisk, he looked once more at the peacock and said, "Thank you. I came here searching for happiness, and I think I just found it." The peacock smiled faintly from behind the cage, his eyes reflecting the sunset light. "Then fly, my friend. Fly for me too." And so the crow took off into the sky. The wind carried him higher and higher, brushing against his black feathers, but now they didn't seem dull anymore. Asterisk, they shimmered in the sunlight like polished obsidian. Asterisk, for the first time, he felt proud of his wings. Asterisk, he flew through clouds, across trees, and back to the place where the old monk sat beneath the same tree. Asterisk, the monk opened his eyes, smiling gently as the crow landed beside him. Asterisk, well, little crow, the monk said calmly, did you find your answer? The crow bowed his head. Yes, wise one. I met the swan, the parrot, and the peacock, and I saw that none of them are truly happy. Each one of them believes happiness lives in someone else's life. The monk nodded. And what about you, my child? What do you believe now? The crow looked up, eyes shining with understanding. For the first time. I don't want to be anyone else. I don't want to be a swan or a parrot or a peacock. I just want to be me. He spread his wings proudly. I realize now my life may not be perfect, but it is mine. I can fly wherever I want. I can live freely. Asterisk, and that freedom is my greatest blessing. Asterisk, the monk smiled warmly, his old eyes glowing with peace. Asterisk, my dear crow, that is the secret to life that even kings fail to learn. Asterisk, happiness does not come from having everything. It comes from appreciating what you already have. Asterisk. The crow's heart filled with warmth. Asterisk. The same world that once looked dark and cruel now seemed bright and beautiful. Asterisk. Then. Same black feathers that once felt ugly now looked majestic. Asterisk. Nothing around him had changed. Only he had. Asterisk. He bowed to the monk, whispering, asterisk, thank you, wise one, for showing me what I already had. Asterisk, the monk gently touched the crow's head and said, go now and live freely. And whenever your heart begins to compare, remind yourself no one in this world is completely happy. Asterisk, every creature carries its own struggles, its own unseen wounds. Asterisk, the art of living is not to look at others' gardens, but to water your own. Asterisk. The crow took off once again, his wings slicing through the golden air of sunset. Asterisk. He felt as if the whole sky welcomed him. Asterisk, the wind whispered in his ears, not as a reminder of loneliness, but as a song of freedom. For the first time, he laughed, a deep, echoing laugh that rolled through the trees. Asterisk, birds turned their heads. Surprised. Asterisk, the same crow that used to hide in silence was now singing joyfully, his voice full of life. He flew over the lake where the swan lived. The swan looked up, and the crow called out, asterisk, my friend, your white feathers are beautiful, but so are mine. Asterisk, the swan smiled, realizing the crow had found something greater than beauty, peace. Asterisk. Then the crow flew over the parrot's cage in the village. Asterisk, the parrot fluttered his wings and said, "Oh, crow, you re-free again?" Asterisk, the crow replied with a grin, "Yes, and this time, I know how lucky I am." Finally, he passed over the zoo. He saw the peacock standing quietly in his cage, watching the sky. Asterisk, the crow flew down and whispered through the bars, "Asterisk, my friend, thank you for teaching me freedom. I will fly for both of us." The peacock smiled, his eyes filled with tears. Go, little crow. Fly high and never forget, sometimes the ones who seem low are already soaring above us all. And the crow did. He soared higher than ever before, through clouds that glowed like fire. Asterisk, he no longer cared how he looked, or how others saw him. He was simply alive. As night fell, he perched again on a high branch, looking at the moon. Asterisk, it shone softly, not comparing itself with the sun, just glowing in its own time. Asterisk. The crow smiled. Asterisk, that was the secret to shine in your own time, in your own way. Asterisk, he whispered to himself. Asterisk, I am enough. Asterisk, and with that, he closed his eyes, the wind rocking him gently to sleep. Moral of the story, asterisk, we all fall into the trap of comparing our lives with others, their beauty, their wealth, their fame, their freedom. Asterisk, but like the crow, what we see from the outside is never the full truth. Asterisk, everyone carries silent battles we cannot see. The swan feels colorless. The parrot feels trapped. Asterisk, the peacock feels imprisoned by his own beauty. Asterisk, in each one, in their own way, wishes to be someone else. So while you're wishing for another's life, remember someone, somewhere, is wishing for yours. Asterisk, peace begins the moment you stop comparing and start living. Asterisk. Happiness isn't about having what you want. It's about wanting what you already have. Asterisk. The happiest people are not those who have everything. Asterisk, but those who learn to see the beauty in what they already hold. So stop comparing. Start living. Your life is enough. You are enough. Asterisk.